Okay, there we go. Microphone on. How you guys doing? Get the Twitch shit up. Then this too. Do. Let's see. Go here. And then we go through this. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Boom! Got it. Just wait a second, guys. Wait till you see the word victory pop up on the right-hand corner before you start entering yourself in. Let's see. Is that correct? Oh, I see. Go back there. Do. Come on now, boy. God damn, it's taking forever. There we go. Right. Type the word victory. Okay. You should be good to go now, guys. You can type in the word victory to be entered into the live stream giveaway. Turn this down. All right. Perfect. Let me know how the audio is for the game, if I need to make it higher or lower. That looks all good to me. Alright, we'll go back here now. I like using the remote control. Perfect. All right. It was a good stream today. That's what's up. We have Penelope Sandwich, Uncle Bronze, and Percy Linguini. Yeah. Amazon. What do you mean Amazon wins? A quick favor. Hey! You want an Oracle card? What's your question? What is your question? What are you doing wrong in your life that's keeping you back? I'm just burping. This is the way I would state it. What's up, Angel? Is there anything that's holding you back? What actions can you do at this current moment to release any blockages? That's how I feel like we should call this. Medium weight, mysterious aura, comforting appearance. Are you thinking about what you want the... Have you stopped working on your story? Because you're kind of like, I don't know where I want this to go anymore. Something about the cover. Illustrations. You've hit a point in your process of making a story or etc. that you're not comfortable with. You're used to the brainstorming area. You're used to verbalizing the names or the background of what the story is to be. But going into this other form of illustration, and this could even be the illustration of your life, like actually manifesting and seeing what you want to be, or not want, but turning that word want into desire. Understanding that thing we were talking about at the end of our live stream where there's a difference between obsession and desire is part of manifestation. And sometimes people rob themselves of feeling desire because they think it's like, oh, I'm becoming pathetic or vulnerable or stupid. The exact things you stated beforehand with this question. Desire is what, letting yourself feel desire is what is currently keeping you from going to the next level. You're not in a low vibration. You're not stuck. I do feel stagnancy though. Stagnancy is still, pushing forward slowly. There's a sense of your desires you need to allow yourself to interact with, whether that is for both your 3D world and the actual story that you're creating, or just whichever one you feel called to. But I think it's both. What do you think about that? No, I got you. I got you completely. Don't give up. And of course, we'll talk about it also via email. All right. All right, so where are we at right now, Linguini? We're meaning to talk to Professor Fig. Okay, we have to go up here to talk to him.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is.
I'm doing great, Angel. How are you doing?
To say the least.
Exactly, Purple.
Unorthodox.
Let that fear go.
It's inconceivable. Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Dumbass. What do you want,
Sir,
Black?
I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how?
Sounds good. You have a great rest of your night.
Perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look.
So look what I found.
Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us.
What's up, Negan?
I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Been tired
was
but relaxed.
right.
That's good.
And the second memory?
Let
They
yourself
were
get that
talking to a student who
catch up
started as a
sleep.
5th year, like I did.
What's up, Aurora?
She
Good to
could
see you.
Traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. Now I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them?
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to
I'm so
follow
excited
the
for
path we're
Hogwarts
on
2
for
to
the
come out.
moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
Victory!
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've
Even
done
a divination
exceptionally
class
well.
they have.
I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Very true.
Revelio.
Let me get this over here. Oh, we gotta come back at nighttime for him. Read your mail.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Okay.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be
Won't let
best
me
to do
move right
so
now.
outside of the castle.
Okay, there we go. Now he just sent you an owl post requesting to meet her in Lower Logsfield. Open your map. Select the world map. Okay. Lower Hogsfield. It's a hamlet. Okay.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Okay. Alright. Well, let's go to our friend first. And we can't fast travel there yet. Alright. Let's do this. I wonder if Hogwarts Legacy 2 is going to be like modern day, or during like when Harry Potter's going to school, or if they're still going to stay way before.
Revelio.
There's something in
Not gonna do that one yet. One thing at a time.
Revelio.
Up there. Oh. Saw this too. Take that. A wooden cat.
I promise you, more teachers nod at you if you're holding a stack of books. I swear it's
Incendio. Really mastered that one, haven't you?
Nice.
perhaps my style.
Revelio.
Revelio over here too. The broken broom. Oh, it's raining.
There's only one common...
Hey, hey, good to have you here for the first time. You should. What gaming system do you use? Do you use like PlayStation, Xbox, PC? I'm telling you, so many people have gotten gaming systems just to play this game. Worth it. Nice. It's just so beautiful. Little squirrel. Yeah, it's Harry Potter. Can we go in here? Don't mind if I do.
Revelio.
The groundskeeper's tools. One might surmise that this set of tools could be enchanted to create all sorts of furnishings for a cozy hut as large as the occupant may need. Cool. Anything else? Looks like that was it.
I should investigate.
A marathon? Hey, that's what's up. I need to do one of those again. I haven't done that in a while. I've been rewatching all of the Spider-Mans over and over again.
It is good to see you, my friend.
I like putting on as like when I'm doing work that doesn't involve channeling messages. I like to put on background things like movies I'm familiar with. So Star Wars, Spider-Man, Harry Potter. I need to do Harry Potter.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. I actually haven't seen all of them.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time.
Yes.
But I am hoping now you might tell me why
Me
they
too.
were looking for you.
Actually, when I get off stream and I go and edit some videos, I think I'm gonna put Philosopher's Stone on. We did not speak about it at the time, but I'm hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why
Gotta
I was late
love
to the
it.
sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
What's your
There's
job?
one more thing.
What do you do?
It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I will have more
I didn't get into Fantastic
For
Beasts
now,
until
it is safe
2024
to say
though.
that Rookwood and Harlow are a
I
threat to
actually
both of
like
us.
kind of like
To
teared
all
up
of us.
watching Fantastic
Which is
Beasts,
why I wanted
which
to
was
speak
crazy
to
to me
you.
because
I realized
like so many
something that day
so many
in
people hate
Hogsmeade.
on it without giving it a
Displayed
chance.
Such courage fighting that
And I
troll.
definitely could say I didn't
And
really give it a
Serena
chance. I was
wasn't
kind of just like,
intimidated
ah.
one bit
But then
by
finally I
Rookwood
was
and
like, you know what?
Harlow.
I'm gonna try. I'm
Both
gonna
of
watch
you have
them, and I
inspired
fucking
me
love
to
it
take
now.
a
What about
stand
you?
of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men
Oh,
like Rookwood and
nice.
Harlow are the reason my mother and I left
Nice.
Machiavelli
I love
Land. I am not
Colorado.
going to
I can't
sit
wait to go
by
back.
and watch them destroy my new home.
I'm not going to be sitting by and watching this. This could be dangerous. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear you're going to stand up for yourself.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
Yo, for real.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss...
Are you talking about Lord of the Rings?
I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive potion...
Oh, wait, no, sorry, I spaced for a second. We're talking about Fantastic
I
Beasts.
was thinking that we could investigate a bit. Try to get the evidence that officers...
Yes, its own identity. I really like that.
I am going to
Hey,
watch and
what's
listen and find
up?
out precisely
Welcome in,
what
everybody.
I shall reach out when
What's
I
up,
know more.
Ninja?
In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Oh, that'd be awesome, Negan. You got plenty of them to come to. I like to do 2 a year. One's always going to be a luxurious one, and another one's going to be the hiking
What's going on
adventure.
here?
So you got plenty to choose from whenever it's called to you. Glad to hear that, Ninja. Good to have you here for the first time. Go help the stranger.
Revelio.
We got that unlocked.
What are you up to now?
I can't unlock anything yet, can I? Yeah, no, I don't have that unlocked yet. What's up, Space Bunny?
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, I knew there was something over here. I could feel it in my bones. Oh, Celestial Blue. Nice. In a couple of years, I'll go back to Colorado.
They must have come this
It was
way.
awesome.
Think.
But there'll definitely be another one.
I've no
out
idea
there.
who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
What house are you,
Don't give
Space
a
Bunny?
dog's nip back your time. Oi, speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Stupefy!
Found ya.
What you know about me?
What's happening?
Oh, the motherfucking thing. We got more of y'all.
Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio. Accio.
Whoa.
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Nice.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Yeah, I bet. How do I... Oh, I just forgot how to do this, too. It's like,
Stop
like,
right
like
there.
this? No, it's not what I do. I'm trying to change my,
Or I'll make you stop. We can hope.
I might just have to deal with it for now. Because I can't remember how to change the spells.
I could go anywhere with you.
This student over my dead body. Pick up something.
Damn. Oh, that's why I have to do that.
Incendio.
Learn that in first year,
It's
did
not
you?
even going that far, though. That's weird.
How embarrassing!
Oops.
Expel something.
I haven't played this since, like, the beginning of January.
You just wait till I come down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try. I guess Ascendio you can't give the people? I could have sworn that that one could be used for others, but maybe I have to be closer, I guess. The beard, yeah. You're a Slytherin? Hey, that was up. Oh, the ads.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Alright.
Do you really think you can hang us? We can hold them up!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take this unit off of my dead body!
Incendio.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's not letting. That's so weird, dude. That's definitely
Tell Rookwood to find me a cell.
You will pay for your...
We getting him.
What on earth just happened?
Take that.
I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Okay, that's how I do it. Alright, so... The range is short. Yeah, the range is short for this one. I just don't have anything else right now. Yeah, I don't got like anything else right now. I got one I have open. Makes sense. Hey, good to have you here, Space Bunny. I'll see you next time. So my beard, I've had a beard for so long, and at this point, I just like have continued to just let it grow. What I can state is, this is why I can give it off. So I had to shave my entire underbeard because I don't know if you can see, I have a neck tattoo, okay, and it actually goes up all the way to like here on my face, and that was the first time since I started growing a beard that I shaved it that low. And it took me about, I'd say 3 months to get back to a little bit under this length from being completely bald. But the thing is do you use any forms? What's your upkeep with your beard? Do you use balms, serums, oils? It's very important that if you want your beard to grow, that you're nourishing it and using these types of products. Oh, thank you, Awkward. I appreciate that. Professionally, almost 5 years, I've been doing my gifts. But I've definitely, looking back at my life, I've definitely always been able to give forms of guidance without realizing that I was doing it on a different lane. But it's professionally, like, almost 5 years. Yeah, dude, I use this brand called Viking Revolution. They're fucking dope. They have balms, they have beard growth serums, and also shaving. So when I was younger, so I started being able to grow a beard. I started growing facial hair when I was like 17, but then I was able to truly grow a beard when I got to like 20 years old. So from like 17 to 20, and even on, but mostly during that time, I would shave going against the grain. Meaning, if you're shaving your beard and you're going the smooth way, start shaving opposite. Because when you go against the grain and you make it pull up, it irritates the follicle. And it makes it get stronger every single time that you will go ahead and shave it. So, also do a good blend of making it grow, but keeping it shaved. Even though you want to have all the facial hair you can right now, believe me, I understand that part of the process. You're like, man, I don't want to fucking shave it. One day you won't have to shave it anymore. Just do it for like a couple of years and see how it grows. And another thing is a dermal, which is like one of those roller things that go in your face. You get one of those, and then there's like beard growth serum that you rub into your skin, and it goes deep in the follicle. If you look up vikingrevolution.com, that is where I get all of my products from. And you'll see the beard growth kit. That's what I think you should start with. The beard growth kit comes with the beard serum, beard balm, the dermal, and I think it comes with beard wax. I'm not sure about that one though. But it's a little setup. I think it's like $30, and that will It'll do great for you. And then just shave against the grain. Gonna head to bed, Angel. Got you. Got you. And I saw you emailed me. I'm getting back to all my emails tonight after I get off here. So I'll meet you back, Angel. How do I use my gifts? Honestly, just I'd have to say constant practice of not only the skills but my own awareness. Inner trust. Definitely. Also, just knowing what it's a following of like an inner compass. This is what I'm meant to do. A long part of my life, I was trying to do what everybody else told me I should, and things did not flow. Like when you know what you're meant to do, the gifts, how you're meant to harness them, you hit that point where it expands, it flows. I feel like one day when I was in my 20s that I figured out what part of my wall I needed to hit through to allow the rest of the water to expand not only my self-knowance, but what I'm meant to do here. It's a hard question, honestly, it's a hard question to answer shortly, how I hone my gifts, but because it comes down to really daily dedication, not only to the higher self, but to me, to my worth. I could not help other people see their own worth truly until I was meeting that frequency. That's the sort of way I could explain it right now. But I'm 28, and I'm actually I'm going to turn 29 in May. What got you guys into spirituality? Oh, you're at that perfect prime time, dude. That's right when my beard actually started being able to go more than like 2 inches. Right when I turned like 21. I think I can say I could grow the beard that I have now. When I could actually do that, it was probably 25, 24. 24 or 25 is when it actually started being able to get this long, and like there wasn't like patches anymore, like everything was connecting. Hey, it be like that. The call comes to you, and you gotta listen. You're doing the inner child and inner teenager work right now, Perp. A beautiful time. A very hermit mode time of life, but still allowing yourself to be in community, of course. But when it comes to the inner work, yeah. I learned to protect. I learned to protect my energy, honestly, from kind of intuition and simply looking up knowledge. Looking up what protection spells are, buying books and etc. that taught me really honestly how I can always trust my intuition. There was things I always just did, and I didn't realize I was actually following like making anointment oil. Before I actually knew what that was, I was doing it. Setting positive intentions, the bubble of light, all of it. It really is a mix of following my intuition, my inner compass, and then doing the research. So that's why I also tell people to always knowledge, no matter knowledge, but no matter if you're going to be in some form of an apprenticeship service or a mentorship type of program, going to school or doing your own research, you should always be in the state of learning. Because I'm still learning every single day. Yeah. Passings do that to you. It's a part, my heart completely goes out to you. And know that even though it doesn't take away from the human feeling of the loss, she is still here with you. Protecting you in a different way now. And that's another thing. I feel like when people pass over, there's another level of protection that comes to you from a state of nothing you even have to do. It's like that person, they have a different purpose in your life. And others. Yeah, I'm telling you. Shave the opposite direction. Make sure that you're using oil, like the serum. You'll start getting your hair growing in no time. What the hell is that? Absolutely. For sure. But tarot and stuff always really... Tarot kind of brought its way to me always. I didn't really ever go out of my way to understand what tarot cards were. In fact, the first time I ever even had a tarot card pulled for me, I was like 19. And I just went to my friend's house. And she had tarot cards. And I was like, what are those? And they ended up pulling like just like random cards for all of us. And the first card that ever got pulled for me was the Lovers. It's the Lovers card. And I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool. And then throughout time, all of this tarot stuff just started coming to me. You know, I grew up in an area and etc. where this type of spirituality wasn't talked about at all. So I very much had to, I had to do this. I had to make sure that I went out of my way and used my own discernment. To start this spiritual process. But now the world has changed and it's beautiful. Like, understanding spirituality, it's not seen as being like a tree hugger and stuff anymore. Like, even being a tree hugger is an insult to begin with. People see things differently now, and the more we allow ourselves to expand, there's like this domino effect. Eventually, one day, I had all these overpowering messages that I was supposed to do this more than just for myself, that this was my gift that I'm meant to give the world. And if I expect others to honor their gifts, I have to honor mine. Was unexpected. No. You did all you could, and that's that thing with freedom of will and taking care of ourselves in the balance. You have to make sure, even though I know how hard it is to not have survivors, like what would be considered survivor's guilt or even imposter syndrome, like you could have done something more, etc. There's nothing more that you could have done. And her purpose now is something beyond even our understanding. Oh yeah, you shed a lot of the old crew and you see things that you used to deal with that you can't.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders
proud
were
of yourself.
ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story.
On me?
But thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Who is Priya?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's
Oh, Parrot! Fuck yeah!
In Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioneer. Has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor.
Nocturne Alley.
Here's what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
How interesting.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought Merlin was a myth.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth.
Did you guys hear about how they found out who Jack the Ripper is?
Chatters on endlessly.
That made me.
about his
I was
connection
because
to
the King
Merlin from
Arthur
his
and people not
portrait
being
at
sure if he's like
Hogwarts.
real or not, or
Merlin
etc.
attended
It
Hogwarts,
just
you know,
did an
and
ADHD
I'm
thought about
studying
that.
some curious
Jack the
fixtures he
Ripper.
left
His name
there
was like Aaron
centuries
something.
ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials
This is
of
crazy.
Merlin.
Apparently,
I
his like.
He created them as a diversion for
Apparently,
his fellow
somebody gave
Slytherins.
in his family
He was
line, like his
terribly
great
fond
niece
of
or whatever,
puzzles and
gave her
enigmas.
DNA, and that's how they were able to match it to what they found, like the blood at the crime scene from like 120 years ago or something like that.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin.
Yeah, that's
I'd be
crazy.
keen to know more about
You know,
the trials.
Well,
those
I'll let you in on a little
true crime girlies. As soon as they heard that, they were like, "I'm shutting off my phone. I'm making a video."
I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet.
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted.
Yo,
You
for
see,
real.
each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center.
I like
That started
paranormal and like
What
true
if
crime
The Mallowsweet is meant
podcasts.
to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors?
What
We can see
exactly do you
comes
mean?
of
Do you
our
mean in
little
more of
hypothesis.
a personal experience of traveling,
I
or
brought
more in like a
tank chock
research
full of Mallowsweet
base?
with me. It's just over there by my tent.
What did guy get from your tank
This trunk.
or trunk? Not tank.
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
All right.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial
Stone
has
swell?
these features.
Oh,
Place
right here.
the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, so I just have to do it like that. I would say I started astral projecting
My word! Did you see that?
when I started
The
realizing I
vines
astral
disappeared.
project
What should I do now?
was when I was in my 20s.
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Solve the mystery. What? Instructed me to place zeros and strange things happen. I wonder why these puzzles. I have to light the torch, I think.
Incendio.
Oh, I have to do
The
all of them.
flames
That's
make
right.
the pyre sink.
I have to like run over here.
Incendio.
Oh, come on. Is there another one? Where's the other one? Is it only two?
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
Oh, okay. They're right here, all three. Okay, so maybe we just have to go one by one. I think we did
Not
it.
so
Yeah, that's
tricky
right. We have to
after
get them all
all,
the time. The same time before they go down.
Yes, how beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
Period. Discuss what we have learned. Yeah, but astral projection definitely is something that I would state the only way to learn about it is to go through it. I mean, you can research and etc. But to grasp what your form of astral projection and what it feels like, somebody can only describe it so much. There's a big difference between astral traveling and dreams. We do both. Dreams are just a reflection of what your mind has thought about through the day and your experiences. Astral projection is when you're literally going to a different place and plane of existence. So the way you can tell the difference is, so when you're in a astral projection, you can literally feel what's going on and you have control. You can touch and physically feel objects. In dreams, you can't touch, you can't experience pain. You can see yourself touching things, but you won't actually feel like the pressure on your hand of holding something, if that makes sense. There's also this thing I like to call the dissolving effect. If you wake up and instantly whether it happened, whether it was a dream or an astral projection, okay, your it starts to dissolve slowly. The moment you wake up, you remember everything that happened. But as you're continuing your day, or even just within the first few minutes of being up, it dissolves and goes away. That is a dream. That is not an astral projection. When you astral project, you will remember it. So that's why I say like the big differences are between both.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to
For the
continue
plot?
my research. My guess is that each will also require mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks, girl.
And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the
Revelio.
center of my notes and books.
Okay. Oh, what's this down here? Oh, some slugs or leeches. You never know when you'll need some of those.
Revelio.
Anything else? No. Where are we gonna go next? Map. Okay, a student. And then this is carted away. Oh. Whoops. Okay. You never projected before? People feel that, some people feel you can initiate it by, like, listening to frequencies and meditation, and I can definitely say it's possible, but for me personally, my astral projections are always on their own terms. Always. So you can try to initiate astral projection. You gotta see what's best for you. What's up, Shidabo? Also this.
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Okay. Oh, hey, you.
Pardon
Last stream
me,
I got.
Is
oh,
everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my
that was
life.
probably a dream. If you didn't,
You'd
if
best
you
look elsewhere for wares.
kind of don't
I've
like
nothing
know
to
how to
sell
put it
now.
together, or you didn't even
Never
feel
thought it'd come
anything.
to this. Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you.
Oh, Ranrock has no patience
It's
for
been a week
goblins who
in the
won't
last
join him.
24.
While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly
Victory!
passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
Oh no. Are you a painter? Has this happened before?
Has Ranrock's lot ever attacked you like this before?
They've been taunting and threatening me for a while now, but they've always believed that violence is the only way to get what they want. Things have taken a much darker turn of late. Ramrock is getting more powerful, and his loyalists know it. They feel untouchable. Ramrock assumed that all goblins would agree to follow him, but he was wrong. Many of us would like a diplomatic end to the discord with wizard kind.
Interesting.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your cards.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me.
We'll see what we can do, bro.
It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Let's see what we can do for you, pal. You know,
After
something
what
I do
Ranrock did
need.
to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I
I'll
shouldn't
be
be
fine,
surprised
we'll
at what
see.
happened to Arn.
I need to get some health potion. I've been great. Staying busy. Staying busy. Got some new things in the works behind the scenes for you guys. That'll be coming out soon. What's this? Oh.
Revelio.
Sometimes I forget that there's so much stuff I'm walking past too. What the hell? Somebody's trying to duel me. Oh my goodness.
Past the ruins. I'm on the right track.
Huh? What the hell? Oh, it's those.
Incendio.
It's the spiders.
Incendio.
I have to be even closer than that? That's crazy.
Levioso.
Alright, keep it going. Oh, we're in another peripheral.
An encampment. This must be it.
Free the carts.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter.
Okay.
Come round now, you'll be made even more of an example.
What's up? Oh, damn.
Ranrock will unite us.
Woo! Oh, 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 oh! Man, I'm close. Back up.
Ranrock won't make you stop. I won't rest.
Oh.
How many of you are there?
Oh.
How nice of you to stop by.
Damn, there's a lot of them.
I will make
One less
Damn. Yeah, I definitely need to
Hogwarts
get.
student.
Before I do this, I definitely need the. Get some more of the health potion. No, I haven't played League of Legends.
As if there's more than one way to enter.
Oh, okay, before we do that, I need to go get more. So let's go to the map. Hogsmeade. Does he even have enough money? We'll see. I've never played League of Legends before. I've heard of it, though.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all.
Let's see. Dang, you don't have any? Focus potion, Maxima potion. I can't buy the health potion? Do I already have it?
Very good. Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished.
Golden rim. Really solve this. Sell those. Keep that. Very interesting. Okay, well, I think there's another potion guy I can go
hope
to.
to see you again. Farewell for now.
Let's see. That's where we were.
Blues underscore H89 just followed. Let's get it.
Thank you for following. Good to have you here. The magic neep. Because can he go anywhere yet and make potions? I don't think so. So I might have to go back.
Hello. Be with you in a bit.
Yeah, he's just somebody that I buy seeds and stuff from.
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Let's see. Back to the map. I'm gonna have to come back to that later. And then we have this one. Carted away. Crossers. Crossed wands. Alright, let's go to Herbology Cast. Okay. Let's see. Travel. Herbology class. What's this? Oh, that's for another side quest. Oh, is that the right way? Yeah, it is.
Revelio.
Nice. Okay, anything else around here? What's this? Take that. Right. What's up, Lavender? Yes, Harry Potter tonight.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again.
Professor
Lenora.
Garlic.
Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together.
Cool.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
The mandrake.
Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Is that garlic that they're putting in their ears?
Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Oh. Pull! Yo, you weren't prepared for that?
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
There we go.
I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
Okay.
You can all get started.
Revelio.
I need to have a brief word with our new student.
Before that, I'm gonna take this. And I'm gonna take this too.
I wonder if Hippogriff would let not us.
What's this? How very thoughtful of you. Remember that strawberries are my favorite. They're as sweet as that can be. It's known why muggles love them so much. Everything you cultivate seems to be of such high quality, from bitterroot to berries. I do hope my darling niece can learn this skill while under your tutelage. Lenora so adores you, and all of your students do, I'm sure. Very nice.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I enjoyed it.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
All right.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion,
Go
as you all
time,
should
10
know from
minutes.
Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of
Chinese
flora.
chomping
The
cabbage.
Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you.
Very nice.
Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Nice. Hearing people's voice in your head, I would state that I wouldn't say it's clear as day, like they're right in front of you talking. Sometimes you can hear an echo of their voice, but normally telepathic messages, it's signs, it's synchronizations of things adding up. And maybe hearing somebody else say something that they would normally state. The closest thing I could say is an echo of them. You can hear an echo of what they're saying to you, but mostly, again, it's similarities, it's synchronizations, it's realizations within yourself. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Lavender. I'm far past my twin flame journey. That is something I definitely am glad to be over. It's a whole process that we all need to go through, for sure.
Hello.
Let's see.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing
Very
you
nice
the
to meet
Chinese
you.
chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead.
Want me to go first?
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put
You're
Sebastian
healing
in his
yourself,
place
Perp.
myself. I mean,
And
I
with
would've.
everybody that
Heck,
you're
it
putting
doesn't
yourself in your life now,
Didn't
too,
she
as
stop
well.
that dragon skull from crushing you?
All healing each other.
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon.
What's
skull
up,
on someone during a
friend?
fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor.
Go
You know that, of
back.
course.
Whenever I see your name, I instantly just see the word Viking. Another thing I like to state is, remember, the twin flame journey is not
Here we are, home of the Chinese.
what people have really had.
Now, see that dummy? Just toss.
It's
the
not
cabbages
one
up it.
person. It's not
They'll
that
do
there's
the
this
rest.
one specific twin flame in your life. I feel that the twin flame journey is a process of meeting multiple versions of yourself through other people. Like, certain individuals, that twin flame, that mirror is going to be there, but there's a difference between the twin flame and the divine counterpart.
Revelio.
Twin flame is the person that makes you see the other side of yourself that you haven't worked through. You meet the version of yourself that really only you have the power to change. And then we have our divine, which is somebody that we grow with more than going through the pain and the trauma. They're a tango partner. They're there by your side through certain things. Then we have our soul ties. We have our karmics. We have our soulmates. The twin, when I say I've completed my twin flame journey, I mean the understandings by why certain people are in my life, why certain people are still here, and who I have to love from a distance, and etc. The twin flame journey is about more than you and another person. That's my universal truth with it. Hold LB and tap R to tap the wheel and assign the Chinese. Okay. Then you just press LB.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out.
Got 'em.
Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Supposed to come in handy, sure, but that's just a jummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if
It's
it
a
is from a
backup.
cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Alright.
Revelio.
Something outside, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, return to Professor Garlic.
And with that helpful
Look what we
reminder as to
got
why
here,
we
3
should
minutes.
always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Yes, weapons as vegetables. Yeah, that's why I say it's my universal truth. A lot of people, they do feel that the twin flame and the divine are the same person. And the way I feel about it is, who am I to tell them that that's not true? They have to figure it out for themselves. If I had certain people that just tried to make me believe what they were thinking, it's not part of the purpose. We all have a journey, and you can't rob somebody of learning certain things for themselves. That's another way I look at it. So my universal truth is there is a big misunderstanding of the twin flame journey, and even those words are too focused on, and we could get hyper focused on one person, and it can actually really stunt the process, to be quite frank, when certain people just don't let go. Just don't let go and move forward in life. So that's why I understand why people can feel that the twin and the divine counterpart are different people. They both have a very big purpose in your life. And I think the only way to really, truly believe it is once you've experienced it. Because once you've experienced the feeling and difference between your twin flame and your divine counterpart, there is no denying. And that was the thing for me until I knew who my divine was and I felt that download. Nobody could have told me before who my twin flame was. Nobody could have told me to give up on her. And again, it's not only my own personal life. It's the people that I give readings to. It's people that have surrounded my life, that I've seen, adults and etc. before I ever even hit the process of dating. And then throughout me being a reader and learning more and more and more and seeing the synchronizations in multiple people's life, I've been able to put together that my intuition has always been correct, that the twin flame and the divine counterpart are two totally different people. And people, again, really can only emotionally handle that, I think, once they've found their divine. Because it also kind of robs the purpose. It's like if you know your twin flame is not going to actually, like at the very beginning, if you know the whole process of why you're in each other's life, you're probably not even going to go through it. There's a whole process of where you think that is the person you're not supposed to give up on. Because for a certain amount of time, you're not supposed to give up on each other. It's once a contract has been signed. And there is a state of freedom of will in everybody's life where certain twin flames can, it's very rare. It's very rare I've seen it that twin flames can stay in each other's life, but it is possible, but it's very rare. Because it's kind of a form of a karmic, it's a door you keep open, and for both of you to really go forward, you have to release each other. You bring out the worst versions of each other for a reason, but, you know, there's a way of gaining closure with a twin before meeting your divine as well, is what I'd like to put. For some people that I've seen, either it's like once they've fully released their twin flame and they are just like in the state of, okay, whatever's next, I really know I can't go back, I can't cycle repeat. That's when a divine comes into their life. Or the only other way I've seen it is they're what I call the background character. It's like there's somebody that you've always known, but you weren't very close to them. They were a friend of a friend. You went to school with them. You worked with them. There's somebody that's been in your life, but both of you were kind of blinded to each other. You both either had karmic connections and etc. and things to go through before Spirit was like, oh, look, this is your person, if you want to call it that way. This is the soul tie. This is an individual that is your tango partner. Their freedom of will and your freedom of will have aligned to being able to be in each other's life. You are healed enough now to see what we had to keep you disguised from. That is the two ways I have always seen a divine come into somebody's life. Either releasing the twin or realizing they've been in their life as a background character until divine intervention made it to where it's known and you're ready and you can be healthy for each other, and you didn't have to go through certain lessons with each other that you were able to with others, because you're not going to know who your divine is until you're also ready for them. It's not just about them being ready for you, and being ready doesn't mean you're perfect when you meet each other. Being ready means, oh, I'm ready to go through all of these next trials and tribulations and roller coaster bumps and happy moments with them. Hey, I'm honored. I love plants.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Absolutely, homie.
Hope those mandrakes are ready with relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first...
New quest. Yes, potions class. This is what we need so we can actually make the potion. Alright, we're close. But that's another thing that... So the twin, they are, in a sense, another part of you because of that mirroring effect. They do, again, they bring out another part of you that is lost from this existence. But a divine counterpart, they're not the other half of you. They're a completely different individual who has chosen to do the walk of life. A mirror is not... A mirror will never bring you completely centered. But a tango partner, that's somebody that can help you balance your own energy and the energy of life. And what do tango partners do? On their own individual lives, they decided, I want to perfect the craft of this dance, okay? That's literally just walking throughout life, being a human being. Throughout time, they discover each other, and they come and they work together. They practice together, and they're going to stumble over each other's feet. They're going to get in arguments. They're also going to do great things. They're going to bond in ways that they never could with another person. And they're ready to never give up on each other. That is the complete feeling and difference between a divine and a twin. A twin is this sense of chasing. It's very, a lot of times for some people, like lustful and etc. as well. It's this state of, I'm always trying to prove that I'm deserving of you, or you're deserving of me. It's some state of not like anxiety or trauma having to be in place, but feeling like you have to be something more than you are. A divine is somebody that it's a state of comfort. It's not fireworks in the state of explosion and goes away. It's something that feels warm. It's the difference between a firework and in a campfire, or a firework and a fireplace, just a normal log fire going on. That the feeling of that sitting and marinating, and you can continue to let it grow. That is a divine. But the fireworks and the intensity, and it's really, really intense in the beginning, and then also goes really, really south. That is a twin. Exactly. So it's not that I believe people are completely wrong about the twin flame journey. I just think it can be upgraded, the understandings of it. Oh, potion class.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding this?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he did.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As 5th years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar,
That's the health potion, I
can
believe.
you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Trigger the GFUEL. Oh, okay,
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions.
A
One
pinch of
errant
Daisy.
sneeze could be disastrous.
Cork lump juice. Stir the cauldron.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir.
I thought he was Professor. I just realized
Not
he's
an
not
easy
Professor
potion to
Black.
brew.
He's
Well
Professor
done.
Sharp.
And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful.
Oh?
Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time round.
Revelio.
Have I felt more soul ties with people I've done? What do you mean? Do you
My
think,
parents
like,
considered
do I
keeping
do
me
more
home from school
readings
this
that
year
are
after the
bringing
rumors
together
of a
soul
counter
ties? Is
rebellion.
that what you're saying?
Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Yeah. Why do you want to know?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it
I can't stand
because
this
you can be a
dude.
part of something truly creative. You remember me, don't you? Gareth Weasley.
Ah, yes. We met in the common room.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Fuck you. You can get your own
I
feather.
don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable.
Then why don't you just do it?
Sharp won't even miss it.
No.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
You don't even know me, dude. I've definitely know that I've had people that I've had past life experiences with. I wouldn't necessarily call them my soul ties, though. There's individuals I know that we've passed through for specific reasons. I could definitely say with my apprentices as well, individuals who I choose to accept into the apprenticeship program, there is definitely a sense of, it's not the first lifetime I've known them. I would not necessarily say a soul tie, though. And then We have multiple soul ties in our life. We have platonic, we have romantic, we have family members. Most of us are going to have at least a couple of individuals in our life that will be considered potential divines because they are romantic soul ties, and there's a purpose, and it's the choosing to go and do their work, etc. But then we have, like, I have certain friends who, it's like, I know they're more than my friends. I've met them in every life. We're destined to meet each other. And then I have certain family members where I'm like, yeah, I know that we are meant to be in each other's life, constantly switching back and forth from different types of roles, whether that's father, brother, sister, mother, aunt, uncle, either even just being in a state of like warriors together and not being blood in a certain timeline. Definitely can state that there's certain people in my life, many people in my life that I have soul ties with. But when it comes to readings, just people that I can see we've passed by each other in lives before. Hey, thank you for the follow. No, I see what you mean. Absolutely. The way you see the twin flame journey makes sense. Good to have you here for the first time. And that's why also divines separate for further growth. And twins also separate for further growth, but it's kind of different. Divines will find their way back to each other. And that's where I state everybody has to experience their own individual twin flame and divine counterpart journey so they can feel the difference between both of those let-goes. You're supposed to let go of the divine at some point. You're supposed to let go of the twin at some point. But the divine finds, those two find their way back to each other. And that's a lot of times, sometimes where the whole, they've been a background character in your life thing comes into play. Certain divines that come into interaction, and it's like once they're really, really together, they stay and they don't go through that momentary separation. It's because they already did it. Before they even realized it, they had been in each other's life and their energies intertwined, but they were not together yet. Certain individuals who get partnered with their divine counterpart after experiencing their twin flame will go through a form of separation or further growth with that person as well. And it gets confusing in that part because you're like, man, is this just like how it was with this previous person? Is this person coming back and they're not? It gets confusing because the energies of the twin and the divine are deeply similar and intense in their own versions of importance. But the difference is the divines will end up reuniting again. The twin flame, it's to be severed, and then you will experience each other in another lifetime. But again, I don't disagree with what you're stating the twin flame journey to be. I just feel that there's a kind of an upgraded version throughout time you will see. Because the thing also is, you sometimes don't know if the person you're channeling is your person, is your twin or your divine. If you knew instantly if that was your twin or your divine, you wouldn't do the purpose of the reason. Part of the experience is learning who each of those individuals are. So that's another reason I tell people not to get all worked up over the names. Because you're not supposed to know. You know through the experiences and what happens. I didn't know my twin was my twin when it was happening. I experienced it and realized it actually before I ever was with my divine. And then throughout time, the more you develop your connection with your divine and you reflect back, you're like, holy shit, that was a fucking twin. That now I can only see clearly, fully, because of the rest of the process Spirit has done for me. I was ready for the next stages. I was ready to be able to look back and see this differently. But you wouldn't do it in the moment. Exactly. Exactly. Collect the eggs. What is it in here?
Remember.
Alright, we got that.
Revelio.
And then these as well. Pick up. Borgenberg's has an increased amount of activity outside of ordinary shopping hours, particularly in the wee hours of the night, with suspicious deliveries being made to the shop's back entrance. Given what we know of the shop's reputation, we're adding more orders to join those that have already been watching the shop. You're amongst the new additions. Ooh. I'll take that, don't mind if I do.
Revelio.
Should not be that color, Miss McDowell. Proficiency and potions are two things that
Nice.
cannot be
Potion
rushed.
station unlocked.
Patience and be thorough.
Okay. We're missing Hork lump juice. Is it somewhere in here that I just didn't realize?
A well-prepared ritual wizard always has a few potions on hand.
Revelio.
Hork lump juice. Hey, what's up, Eve? Good to see you. I'm not gonna find that. Does he have it?
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question about the Wiggenweld potion.
Oh, you're the new student. I've heard much about you. Thank you. I'm Amit, by the way. Pleasure, truly. And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
Hey, you can look back if you feel called to. But yeah, we're having a great conversation today.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making. Some students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really, but I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor Shaw is firm, but quite clever. See you soon, no doubt.
Yeah, Tango partner and divine is in my readings, and when you hear me state that, that is the same thing. I got you. Absolutely. Thank you for chilling with us. And you have a good night. We'll see you next time, too. I do believe everybody has a divine. I don't think there's anybody who is meant to walk a lonely road. I think we all have moments throughout our life we're meant to walk a lonely road. But no, I absolutely believe everybody has a divine. And it just happens at different points, depending on freedom of will and your purpose in that lifetime. If you're meant to heal, that means the only way you're going to heal, if you're meant to be a healer in this life, you have to spend a significant time of being alone and being hurt to actually heal others. If you want to do something with your life, the beginning of it can't be easy. It's something I always love to explain to people in the most mundane way possible. If you have an easy life, if you don't experience burdens and deception and all of those feelings, if you don't know how to register them, you cannot help anybody. So those are the things where it's about spiritual alchemy, transmutation. Anything bad or low vibrational happening to you, you end up taking that energy and transmuting it into something better. Not even better, but monumental. Something that actually breaks a cycle. Okay. They want me to do this, but I don't have They just want me to make anything, I guess? Okay.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening?
Uh-oh.
Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Explosion!
Dragon tongue! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now?
Yeah,
Mr.
period.
Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
Got it. Alright, return to Professor Sharp.
I brewed an Edorus potion as you asked, Professor.
Glad you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
I saw
honored to
Mr.
answer your
Weasley speaking with
questions.
you earlier. He can be quite persuasive.
That's what I like about Twitch.
Glad you managed to resist.
Twitch is
You've
like
done
the
well
one
today.
place I can have
I
like
confess
just
I was
actual conversations with you
skeptical,
guys
given the advanced
versus
nature
like
of this
doing the
class and
readings and
fact you're a new
etc.
student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to
It'll come
combine
to you
various
with time.
ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the
And
ingredients.
there's more than one way
themselves.
you'll use your healing
Pay
abilities, and you're already
particular
using them in
attention
ways you don't
herbology.
realize.
The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. And you can keep that Fwooper feather. This time. That'll be all.
Okay.
Revelio.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Dismissed.
Completed the potions class. Find missing pages. Okay. We can walk out
my
of
robes
here.
are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration.
Alright, what's the next mission we're gonna go do? Quest. Professor... Okay, yeah, we should definitely go through this because I want to be able to have more spells we can use.
Sir Nicholas, our house ghost, is looking for you. You can find him near the Great Hall.
Did I not click it? I thought I clicked it. Speak to Nearly Headless Nick. Is it not time yet? Oh, wait, I remember now. Okay. It's over here. Oh, I haven't opened up those ones yet, so we do just have to kind of walk, I guess.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls.
I pick up messages truly with every single interaction I have. It's not something I'm necessarily able to shut off. I just know the appropriate times to bring things up to people or to let them flow away. It's not for me personally, I know some people can shut it off. For me, I guess I can more mute it is the way I like to explain it. But yeah, I pick up on messages constantly, and it's just about knowing when it's appropriate and if it's even appropriate to tell somebody that some people aren't ready for it, and I can just feel it. So I'm only going to give that acknowledgement when they're ready to receive it. A lot of times, I can't tell you, like when I'm just going through my days, when I'm not doing things involving my channels and etc. About 90% of the time, the people I interact with, I'm not going to tell them the things I actually see and feel they're going through because it's not appropriate. But then I find these nuggets of knowledge times, what I like to call it, with individual people in my life. It's like Spirit puts me and them together, and I'm like, oh, this is the time. This is the time that I can, even if I don't tell them I know what you're going through, I can verbalize whatever they need to hear, and that's the most important thing to me. It's like, my purpose in life is, I like to say another purpose in my life is to acknowledge people's pain without them having to like feel like they have to explain themselves and etc. Just this essence of feeling acceptance from me and rising from that. It's harder to explain in a little way that I'm trying to. But to answer your story or answer your question, I definitely feel things all the time. Even when I'm watching TV and I'm watching the actors, I can feel like not even the character they're playing, but that actor, what they're actually going through and etc. And it's just about discernment on when is the correct time to speak and when is the correct time to just keep the download to myself, if that makes sense. This way. Nope, not this way. What am I blanking on? Do I just have to hit it and then it will track it? Probably. Yep, that was it. Come on.
I mistook a smuggler for
Go over yonder. Oh, when it comes to past loved ones, that is completely out of my choice. They come to me. I can genuinely tell you, there is the only time I'm ever even on the verge of like summoning, etc., a past loved one is in a reading. When the individual has came to me and wants that message and wants to be present, they make themselves very apparent to me. And when it comes to other people, that is one of those things that it's simply like when I know there's a past loved one, when there's a source, there's some form of other entity, etc., around me, I have no choice other than to channel it, acknowledge it's there, and then either do the level of vulnerability that the message needs to be heard or put a protection barrier up, depending on every individual situation. When it comes to people's past loved ones, no, that is like no control. It just happens. Even animals.
Revelio.
Hey, it's me, Gareth.
This
Do you have a
motherfucker.
moment?
What do you want?
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was hoping you might want to redeem yourself for not having brought me that Fupa feather and potions. You see, I have an idea for a fizzing Wisby-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
Oh, absolutely. Shouldn't you be studying?
Where do you find time for this and your homework?
I've plenty of time for both. Been managing for years. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Wisbies is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
You see, if this was fuck, what's the main girl? What's the she's in Gryffindor and she's one of the main characters that we play with on here. I'm forgetting her name. If she asked me to do this, I'd be like, all right, bet, let's do it. Him? Fuck no. I'm not doing that for you. Sounds rather untoward. Secret passage for episode too. I mean, I would find the secret passage by doing it, but I think he finds the secret passage without doing that also.
I don't know, Gareth. Secret passage to a cellar.
I'm pretty sure he finds it anyways.
Not at all. It's a perfectly legitimate secret passage. I'd use it if I could. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch.
Oh, he already fucking told me where it is. Never mind.
Wand and say Descendium.
Isn't that still? Can someone buy them for you? I'll give it a try. Oh, are they gonna make me do it?
Didn't you have someone buy the dried billywick?
I think I'm actually gonna have to
Not
do
for
it.
Sale, and you never know when the cellar's going to be locked. So, the reliable way in and out is through the secret entrance.
Are you asking me to steal from a shop?
Goodness, it's not as if I'm asking you to rob Gringotts. Honeydukes is more than enough, and I only need a few. It's a sweets ingredient. They won't be missed. Trust me.
Well, overall, dragons are about confidence. Tigers are about that feminine strength, actually. But to understand specifically why you are receiving visions of them, I would have to do a reading to see why they're being presented to you. Their overall energy behind dragons is confidence. And then that tiger would be that deep feminine strength. Yeah, I guess I have to do this one.
Gareth.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I'll need to get those dried billywigs things for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction.
You there?
A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find.
One-eye witch statue.
Revelio.
Is it downstairs also, it looks like? I saw this over there. I know it's not the witch, but I want to get it anyways.
This looks like the right statue.
Oh! This was the right one.
What's the password? Descendium.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you're asking really good questions. Let's see. We're gonna fix it.
A lift. Must be how I get down. Looks broken.
Let's see. This is Reparo? Yeah. We'll put it on Y.
Reparo. That seems to have done the trick.
Let's go!
This castle will never cease to surprise me. Revelio.
Oh, I think this is yeah. These are what I need to make the health potion. Can't remember what it's called right now. I think this is what Harry takes to get to Hogsmeade. And what is it? Prisoner of Azkaban?
Incendio. Revelio.
Ooh, there's something over here. Come on. We should probably put some more of his clothes on too. The gear. Okay. 7:15. Definitely want to do that one. And then, okay. 14. Okay. Headwear. 13. That's the same. Okay. Handwear. Equipped. Wand handles. We had a new one, I think, I actually wanted to use. Yeah, I like that one. Okay. And then how do I... There's a way where you don't have to actually see... Interesting. How am I'm forgetting how to do this. Is it inside there and then I pick? There's a way to where you don't have to actually see those specific pieces of articles of clothing. I'm forgetting how to do it though. Okay. I see. There we go. And then the scarf also. That's pretty cool. And then what's this one? The Charms Professor scarf. Oops. No scarf. And that looks good to me. Now he has more health. Okay. Explore the secret passage.
I'm trapped. How am I supposed to get out of here?
Oh, I see. Okay. It's the... Is that one Guardian Leviosa? Looks like it.
Leviosa!
There we go. Ooh, what's this?
Revelio.
Take those two. Those chocolate frogs? They kind of look like chocolate frogs. Yo, are you guys excited for...
Going to have to get past this.
Have you guys heard about Epic Universe, the new theme park from Universal that's coming out in May, or opening in May? And there's like a whole... it's a whole Harry Potter, the Fantastic Beast area that they're making. I'm so excited. I really want to go there for my birthday. That's what I think I'm going to do. Oops.
Leviosa.
Ooh, Reparo too.
Reparo. Leviosa.
Got him.
Incendio.
Yo, this homie said that this was safe.
Revelio.
One more to go and I'll make it across.
Yeah, I'm excited, Eve.
Reparo. Leviosa.
Something is getting in the way of that platform.
Oh.
Perhaps I should cast Accio to get that frame out of the way first.
Accio.
Accio.
Perhaps I should cast Acula to get that frame out of the way first.
Man, I got myself stuck in here.
Accio.
Yeah, I got this shit stuck. Crap, I might just need to jump down and have me restart it. Oh. Okay, well, yeah, let's just go back here. Oh my god. Get back around. Okay, this one's good. Alright. There we are. There we go.
Accio. Leviosa.
There we go.
That did the trick. This must be the way. I need to find a way to open that gate. Incendio. Revelio.
Is there anything else over here? Wait, oh, what's this over here? Wait. Will I be able to get back up here if I do that? Yeah. Nice. Anything else?
Something smells sweet. Must be close to Honeydukes.
Take that.
Revelio.
What's this? Take that. To Honeydukes we go. It's definitely messages and synchronicities, and they present themselves to me, I wouldn't say completely visual. I do have an essence of seeing their vibration around me, and I do have a sense of seeing shadows and etc. But as if like being right in front of me, like a human being, that doesn't happen for me. It's also, they speak to me very much like, you know how you were asking me earlier if telepathic connection, if you can actually hear their voice completely in your head like a conversation. I can do that with my guides. I can have a full conversation with my guides in my head. When it comes to also, though, like outwardly, they will send me little, almost like tokens, is like how I like to call it, to know I'm on the right track, my left path, right path decisions, etc. And the way I develop my skills comes down to a mix of, honestly, mental and physical. I'm trying to say, the more I was allowing myself to take care of my body, my mediumship skills were able to increase. So, like, I used to be a pretty, I was a pretty overweight person, and I didn't really eat correctly, take care of myself. And the more once I started, I had my like whole weight loss journey and etc. when I was like 2021, I believe. I went and lost like 70 pounds, and I was doing it healthily. And as I allowed myself to focus more on this external body and taking care of it, something within became more peaceful. I was able to actually start meditating. I was able to actually start trusting my discernment, and also because I was taking care of my body, if there was something that was wrong with energy around me, like if I was getting a upset stomach, I knew it wasn't because I wasn't eating correctly. It's because there was something literally that's being told to me. My spirits, the way I feel, is how I really also understand what's going on with others. I can take their emotions, their pain, and I can feel what parts of them there's literal pain. If I'm in front of somebody and I feel my throat chakra clenching up, I know that there's something that they're wanting to say that they're not. If I have that gut feeling, then internally that there's something in that pit. and I can trust because of the way I take care of my body, every sign, every feeling is something I can trust. Another thing is mental health. We're in a balance of this world being spiritual but still physical. In science, psychology is best friends of spirituality. They're not enemies. They work together. Having mental clarity, making sure that you are keeping yourself around positive influences, not meaning everything has to be perfect. And if you have some form of chemical imbalance, being aware of it and knowing that medication is there for a reason. Not all medication, there's a balance of things, but if you have a chemical imbalance because of the trauma and etc. things you have been through in your life, or you were simply born and it's a hereditary type of thing, etc., you have to know that balance of spiritual medicine and westernized still. They're both here for a reason. So when I became aware of how to take care of myself in all three planes of existence is when my mediumship skills and etc. extremely increased to where I could do what I'm doing now and not just be helping people in my organic life, but help everybody that I do, if that makes sense. Actually use it as a profession versus a part of me. I exactly call it that, a download. That's really all I consider it. If it's good, if it's bad, if it's high vibrational, low vibrational, etc., I just simply call it a download. And I can feel like when Spirit wants you to go through like a software update, like a restart. But when it comes to people, I always say downloads.
I can smell the chocolate.
Chocolate.
Now, where would I find the dried billywig stings for Gareth?
Let's see.
Revelio.
Something else over there. Oh, I think it's over here.
I have the dried billywig stings. Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out.
Cool. And then this is, yeah. Let's back through. But I think when we go back this way, I don't know if it's gonna just teleport us right there. Where is that? Oh yeah, I think it is just gonna have me go this way versus the other way. I might as well, that way I can unlock certain areas if I haven't unlocked anything yet. What's he eating? Oh yeah, get that.
Revelio.
Oh. What's over here? I don't know if I can get in there. No, I can't get in there yet. What's up, Dragon? Good to see you. Oh, he's a floating dude. I'll take that. I love it. It's fucking awesome. You know, the thing is, you guys are asking a lot of questions also that other people want to know, but they just don't even know how to ask, or even some feel comfortable to ask. So you're actually intuitively asking questions that other people also want to know. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, Yvonne, awesome. I'm honored. I'll definitely, I do need to get back to my emails tonight after I get off here, so I'll make sure to look out for that. On the road again. Absolutely. The best of us do, my friend.
Revelio.
It shows you're humble. So fucking cool looking at the school. Aha. Personally, I feel that most people are empaths, or most people are empathetic. I do understand what you are stating, though. Like, I feel that when people, there's a difference between just being able to feel somebody's emotions and then literally embodying their emotions. And if you're able to embody certain people's emotions, you have the form of the inner knowing. Something farther than just being empathetic. But that's, again, that's my, like, what I call the universal truth. Whenever you guys hear me say universal truth, what I'm meaning is it's something I personally feel differently than a lot of other people or things that have been explained to us. And I say universal truth so you know that's a moment where it's like, hey, Matthew has believed this within himself, and this is something he wants me to go do my own research for, or in my own life, use discernment if it aligns with yours as well. So when I say the words universal truth, it's basically a very short way of just saying everything I just did to you. But unless you're, I feel like the only way you're not an empathetic person or have that ability is if you're a true narcissist. A true, not somebody with narcissistic tendencies or etc. You have to, there's a level of that is there when a person is not empathetic. If you, otherwise, I think most people have it within them. Get that later. Almost there.
Hello, Gareth. I have those dried billywigs things.
You got them. Incredible.
Yeah. All yours for a fee. No,
happy to help. Here you go.
This is brilliant. Can't wait to get started. Thank you again. I'll let you know when I brewed my first batch of fizzing wisdom.
Exactly. People use that word, they throw it around without even knowing truly what it means. And that's why you'll always hear me state narcissistic tendencies, etc. Because we are not psychologists. To label somebody as a true narcissist, you know, I think that those types of things are just... I don't even know how I'm trying to explain it, but I think lines can get crossed with individuals about knowing where they stop giving advice about things they don't truly know. Like, you can be a spiritual person and you can know everything you're talking about with that essence, but then there'll be like some form of like psychology, like confirmation. Some readers or spiritual people will try to say, like, they're getting into a reading, they're like, oh, this person's a narcissist, and like diagnoses them, this person's schizophrenic, like diagnoses them with stuff that's like, no, you can know an energy of a person, You can feel what they've been through, but you did not go to school to be able to actually diagnose and say somebody is this. We can pick up and be like, you know what? I feel that this person definitely has this that they're going through. It looks like the emotions, they maybe have tried to seek professional diagnosis, but you can only say, unless you are a doctor, unless you are somebody that is able to state those things for real, that person is diagnosed, you have to say tendencies. You have to remember the power of the words you say. I don't take it lightly that people have unconditional trust in me. And I really think that other readers need to think about that so much more. Like, everything I say, I fully have intention with, because I know the power of my voice, and I'm honored to have that. It's a privilege to have that. So, yeah, I feel like tendencies and stating that we can feel these things is completely authentic and real and valid. But if anybody ever tries to say that person's a narcissist or etc., there's something of ego I personally feel is now involved within that dynamic, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, our narcissism is completely diagnosable.
You there?
What's up?
Yes, you. I wonder if you might...
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, Sir Nicholas de Mimsy Porpington, at your service.
Nice to meet you, Sir Nicholas.
I know about the book you found and its missing pages. I may be able to help. Follow me, if you will. It's not too far.
Wait, how do you know about the book? And that it's missing pages?
Word gets around amongst the ghosts. You were spotted with Mr. Sallow
they did
in the
see ya.
restricted section. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
This is the perfect time to exercise it. You're doing it right now. You're speaking up right now. You're hearing yourself.
But I believe I know who ended up with those pages.
I know you mean more like in a...
I'd be happy to take you to him, if you'd be so kind as to perform...
Like with others, that where it's conversations not like this. Like we're talking about when people you need to stand up to in a sense of healthy boundaries. But right now, literally what you're doing in these comfortable situations is practice. Vocalizing, saying the things you normally keep within.
Yes, it's nothing really. I'd be grateful if you could simply go into the kitchen and procure a little rotten roast beef.
The biggest thing about what's going on in the U.S. is vocalizing truly what you stand for and understanding you are not just one little pawn in a machine or whatever. You are part of something vast. Your influence, there is a domino effect with that. Right now, the way that you honestly can energetically do to help is speak up. Even if it's something, everybody has a position. Some people are going to be protesters. Some people are going to be the ones that share knowledge because they're not in a place where they can go protest or do things like safety wise. Certain individuals are the speakers, the ones that are promoting it, like speaking through themselves for others to absorb. If you simply, and I don't mean this is a simple thing, but if this is a foot in the right direction for you to vocalize, literally simply sharing things on Facebook, TikTok, reposting things that you believe in so other people can see them is an energetic investment, is you going ahead and doing something to help. It's not something little. Your platform, it is there for a reason. I don't care if you have 0 followers or if you have 1 million followers. It don't fucking matter. Your fucking voice matters because you're showing it in this existence that it does. And then slowly and gradually you will find more if you're somebody that wants to go to protests or if you're going to vocalize like to your to like your area that you're in, etc. Right. But even things that are to make people aware of the literal events that are going on right now. Absolutely, the spiritual side is a complete focus. But also, when you're seeing the posts that are about this literally just happened to this person, to this group of people. The thing like when everybody figured out that Target was throwing away their DEI silently and we pushed it so everybody fucking knew, so they stopped selling or stopped going to Target, etc. Those things plus the spirituality need to be of importance if you truly want your presence to be able to make an energetic help. But don't throw it all on your shoulders. Don't make yourself feel like you got to go do these crazy above and beyond things. Remember to stay balanced and work together, because you still have to you can't let it consume you completely what's going on. We have to find a way to keep that balance and stay positive while still acknowledging this fucking shit ain't continuing to happen. We have to go through a period of things being sketchy, but it's not going to be for long. There's so much that is trying to be passed that's going to be banned. I know it. And there's going to be things that he has put into office or put into motion that will be taken back. And it's... Trump is just a little puppet, let me tell you. But... yeah. I used to not want to talk about that type of stuff. But today's world, they've made it. They've made it to where these things have to be talked about. Because before we could agree to disagree in a sense. Just go with me here. People had human rights. If you thought abortion was wrong, you're allowed to think that. But you did not have the ability to revoke another person's freedom. If you didn't believe in the LGBTQ plus community, you didn't have to. But people weren't getting their freedoms ripped from them. You see, now it's personal for everybody. Everybody, because we cannot agree to disagree, because humans' existences are being destroyed. So we have to speak up. We have to, if we think that we're going to do anything to change this. We're living in history right now. You know how we learned about the Holocaust, we learned about all that stuff. There are going to be individuals that are learning about this time, and you must understand what side are you going to be on, because now there have been sides put. Before, there wasn't. Before, we could agree to disagree and etc. No, not anymore. Now there truly is. Are you for human rights, or are you for that top 1%? A lot of people are fighting their ego to leave MAGA right now. And that's the thing. When people are leaving that mindset, that corruption, that cult, we have to welcome them in. We can't be discouraging and be like, fuck you, yeah, finally you got around. No, you have to welcome them in. Still acknowledge you got work to do. You voted for this man. You voted for all of this. There's some counter-reacting you're going to have to do with law of attraction, cause and effect. But we have to welcome them in with open arms and acknowledge from the moment they choose to see clearly, we have them, we accept them, and now they prove they're deserving to be here. We have to definitely... So there's a difference between using your rage for... Like, what you're feeling me do right now is me channeling my rage in a way where it's making a difference. The way I feel with inside, there have been things when I have looked at my phone and saw what's going on in this world. God, I wanted to be mad and scream and say, what the fuck? How is this happening? But that's not going to do anything. Instead of trying to push that rage, though, away and act like it's not there, because it's there for a reason, I make sure my presentation doesn't overspeak my words. I know that this is a power, and I know I'm supposed to utilize it when it comes, like that pre-workout effect. So it's not about being defensive or taking things personal, but it is about using that anger as fuel, as power, as magnitude. Yo.
I beg your pardon. Roast beef. Rotten roast beef.
That is correct. Rotten roast beef. If one floats through it just right, one can almost taste it.
Ugh. I suppose I can do that. But why me?
It's simple, my
I also, another
My
thing...
ghostly form cannot carry it.
with the fact of how I can see through people, genuinely. There are individuals who I will literally be looking at them, and if they're wearing a Trump hat, if they're acting like they're against the LGBTQ plus community, etc., I can literally see they are part of it. I can't tell you how many people I'm looking at them, and I'm like, you are literally just projecting your fears onto others. And then there's some I look at them and it's not that. It's not that they're in those categories. It's that they feel that they're better. There's something worse than Nazis that's going on right now. Go with me here. These individuals don't think they're just better than a few races and a few individuals. They think they're better than every fucking human being in existence. And they're using all of these things to provoke individuals to have control. I can't tell you how many of them I look at. I'm in a store with them. I see them in line, and I can feel that this person is gay or lesbian or just something of a personal connection, a personal hate. And at those points, all I can do is feel sorry for them to a certain extent. To a certain extent. I feel sorry for them because I realize how easily they could switch if they just accept themselves. But at the same time, I don't feel sorry because everybody has a choice. And once we become adults, no matter what's happened in our life, what we've been taught to believe, what we've been around, we have a choice to either rise above or become what tried to destroy us, to control us. And never, ever is it too late. These people can come around. I've seen plenty. I've seen plenty of people come around, and it always comes down to finally when they say, I have to accept myself. But I would honestly say 70% of the people who are deeply against all of this, it's because they see themselves in that category. And then that other 30% are individuals that just want to control everything and generally see themselves as more important than any other individuals in this existence, in this fucking world, in this universe. Those are the two categories that today's Trump supporters... Okay, I guess there's a third category, which is fear as well. Just so long following what you thought you were supposed to do. You may not necessarily be gay. You might not necessarily be in that whole community. You may not necessarily be like a narcissist wanting to control everything. But you have been controlled so long, and your foundation, your life, has been set on these rules and these things that you realize now have been fucking bullshit. And basically a complete ego death would have to happen for them to simply not support Trump anymore. Those are the three categories. I'll correct myself there. There's not just two categories, there's three. Because there are those individuals where they've been manipulated so much by those other two categories that they now have to use their own discernment and really say, okay, this thing I've followed my whole life is fucking bullshit. You know?
Now,
God,
if
he's
you'd be
walking
so
so
kind as to
fucking
collect the roast
slow.
beef, I shall explain everything else in due course. Ah, here we are. Tickle the pear and head on in.
Tickle the
Did
pear?
you say tickle the pear?
Yes, in the painting. I'll wait right here. Do try not to get in the way of the house elves.
Tickle the pear.
I'm already imagining sweet aroma of rotten.
That's crazy, man.
A student in the kitchen.
Exactly.
Never will on
Exactly.
the students. Found themselves a bit peckish likely. You know how hungry growing humans
Certainly
can
makes
get.
Rookie's job easier.
What's up, Rookie?
Hello. Can you point me in the direction of the rubbish?
Towards the other end of the kitchen. If it's not taken out yet, just follow your nose. You'll find it soon enough.
Okay.
Revelio. It smells glorious in here.
What's this? Over here. Is this the rubbish?
There's a disgusting smell. I must be getting close.
Oh, a student?
Finky!
What a treat!
I love the house
What
elves.
can Finky get for you? A pumpkin pasty? Perhaps some Welsh rabbit?
Sounds lovely, but what I really need is this rotten roast beef.
Ah, Nick sent you, didn't he? Please help yourself. Finky supposes
Roast beef
Nick's
sound
tired
pretty
of
good.
loitering about simply to experience the faintest memory of the taste of food.
Do you conjure food here?
Do you and the other house elves conjure the food served in the Great Hall?
Goodness, no. Not even house elves can conjure food out of thin air. Food is one of the 5 principal exceptions to Gamp's law of elemental transfiguration. We
I
can,
love that.
however, multiply it, transform it, and of course, prepare it. Then we send it straight up to the Great Hall.
The thing is, most people choose not to see it. They choose to ignore signs because it goes right back to that sense of having to
Finky supposes
surface everything they've known their whole life.
Finky
Because
has had the best luck with the many
going back on
recipes left by
Trump,
Helga
their vote or etc., the way they feel about things, it's a trickling effect to everything else before. They don't even want to open up that bottle. That's the biggest thing within it.
popular as well.
It's pride also. To a lot of people have pride, way too much pride to admit when they're wrong. And when actually the strongest thing to do is to truly know when you are wrong and admit it. Not harp on it. Not, oh, I'm wrong. Why me? Blah, blah, blah. Say, yo, I fucked up. I did this, and I'm manning up, or I'm womaning up, or whatever, to my actions, and I am transmuting it. However, a person would say that organically for themselves. Like, I'm gonna make everything happen for a reason, or I'm gonna do better now. I'm gonna spread the message I know now, etc. It's those 2 categories. Either so much denial because of fear, or pride.
Is it all right for students to wander into the kitchens?
Well, since you asked, students aren't supposed to be in the kitchens, but Finky doesn't mind. There's nothing that lifts Finky's spirits more than the company of students. We so rarely get visitors, and we have plenty of treats. Come back anytime you please.
It was nice to meet you. Thank you for the beef.
Happy to help, and to meet you as well. Please give Nick Finky's regards.
Got you.
I've gained a new appreciation for breakfast.
Things must come crumbling down for them to rise, and that's exactly what's happening right now. I know it for 1000% fact.
Ah, you're back. No trouble, I take it?
Not at all. Finky sends her regards, along with the rotten roast beef.
Ah, glad to hear it. Kind elf, Finky. Now, let's get that beef to Sir
Our
Patrick's
minds think
Delaney
together.
Podmore, and you'll be one step closer to finding those pages.
They want people to
This
think
is all rather
that
cryptic, Sir Nicholas.
it's
What's
all
going
these
on?
little groups of individuals
Sorry, I'm
versus the
getting
others.
ahead of myself.
We're all one
Sir
team.
Patrick organizes the Headless
And
Hunt,
when they,
a group of headless
when
ghosts
enough
who
people realize
gather
that,
for various,
that top percent is going to shit their fucking pants. They already are, to be quite frank. They don't want us to know it, but they already
you'll
are.
see. Anyway, I don't know how, but a member of that hunt, Richard Jackdaw, had the pages when he was alive. My plan is to take the rotten roast beef to Sir Patrick so that he'll allow me, us, to engage with the hunt and speak to Jackdaw. Shall we?
The roast beef wasn't for you?
I thought the rotten roast beef was for you.
It is, in a way. You see, I've been trying to gain access to the hunt for quite some time. Offering the beef to Sir Patrick may help me in that regard. While, of course, also helping you.
What do I do when we get there?
What am I supposed to do when we meet the hunt?
Allow me to do the talking. They can be a rather supercilious lot. I'm certain they'll be welcoming to you, however. in no small part due to the rotten roast beef you will come bearing.
Okay. Is it dangerous?
Is the headless hunt dangerous?
Oh, the headless hunt wouldn't hurt a fly, let alone a student. Just a group of fun-loving headless ghosts.
Right.
Very well. I'd like to meet Sir Patrick myself and see this headless hunt.
Ah, wonderful. You won't regret it.
Exactly. That's a humongous part of it too. It's unfortunate when some people can be going through so much low vibrations that seeing other people be happy or successful in whatever form that looks like brings them anger. It's very... That also makes me feel, not in a sense of like sorry for them, like, oh, I'm sorry for them. Like, I'm sorry. I don't understand that. I've never been able to understand that. I've never been in a position in my life, truly, where I was down on my dumps and then I saw somebody else was successful and it like make me mad. And I always have been like, this actually gives me hope. This gives me faith. So
what have we told you? Nearly
that breakdown of a person's individual mind really depends on that freedom of will of how they choose to go about things.
Do they always talk to you like that?
Ah, all in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win him over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
Rest assured, you'll have your information from a young jackdaw in no time.
And a lot of times people do those types of messages just because they want reactions out of people. And nothing pisses them off more than ignoring it to a certain extent. To a certain extent. We've gone to the point now where shit isn't going to be ignored anymore. But it's still about not reacting to everything. Reacting when you're called to certain things makes power in that action.
Who let you in?
And then the silence. The same exact power within the silence of that action.
This is all very suspicious. What do you really want? As if I need to ask.
It's Richard Jackdaw. Where can we find him? May we speak to him?
Jackdaw, eh? Why, here he is now. What a shame. Without his head. I bet you've always wondered what that's like, eh, Nick?
Sir, you jest.
It's bound to be around here somewhere. Probably being used in a game. If you find it, I give you my permission to speak with him, my young mortal. It's the least I can do for you for bringing this putrescent gift home.
Sir, there's another matter I wish to discuss with you, if I may.
Tut, Sir Nicholas. How many times do I have to tell you? Our entry requirements are quite clear.
But, sir,
we aren't the headless except for a little bit of tendon hunt, after all. Now, please, follow me, and I shall help you find your way out.
Farewell, my young friend. Perhaps your luck with these chaps will be better than mine.
Sir Nicholas. There. Let's see. Alrighty, guys. I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. It's very late, but we had a great stream. Had a great stream. So before we go, of course, we're gonna see who wins our giveaway. We had, it looks like 6 of you enter. And let's see, drum roll, please. Eve. Oh, she has one on retainer right now. Remember, Eve, it's okay that you did it, but when you win a reading, you can't re-enter for a reading again for 2 weeks. So, are you still here, Eve? Yeah, you're still here. You probably haven't heard me say that before. I haven't said it in a long time, so don't like feel bad about it. Just once you get a reading 1, I ask for you to wait 2 weeks, so other people have a fair chance of getting one as well. I could give it to Aurora. Perfect. Yeah, that's basically all I would have been like. I would have been like, who do you want to give it to? If that ever happens in the future, and you spaced, you put your name in, didn't think about it, and you get it, then I just give that person the permission to pick somebody else. So you want Aurora to have it? No worries. Don't worry about it. Remember, what were your intentions? Pure. You were not trying to take anything from anybody. You were not trying to be selfish. Your intentions were pure. You were like, I'm here. This is the giveaway. I'm going to be part of the community. I'm going to enter myself in. That's what matters, is the intention behind what a person does. Always. Always. So remember that. Could you give that benefit of the doubt to other people? You got to give it to yourself. This is just a little exercise. Cool. She's not here anymore, is she? I have to scroll back up to her name. I don't think I've seen her in a while. Comment. Because I don't even remember what her whole entire username is. Where is she? Let's see. What is her username on here? What was Aurora's username? Perfect. Yeah, she hadn't just messaged out here in a while. Thank you. Let me go ahead and message her. Absolutely. And the more you give yourself grace, the more you're giving people that are part of your collective as well. Because that's the thing. We're not just connected to our soul ties. We're not just connected to all of those individual people in our lives. The reason collective readings work is exactly that. You are all part of the same energetic connection. Now, your individual lives, situations disperse. And that's where I always am like, anything I see in my mind that can be for the people who are in a relationship, the people that aren't in a relationship, etc. In the collective readings, I will verbalize because I know that will help individuals. But the energy behind your existences are attached. And when you choose to acknowledge yourself, you actually send that to somebody else in your collective to do as well. Your life still stays separate. But the reason collective readings work is because of that fact. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and message her, let her know she won. Okay. So it's been, it's been at least 2 weeks since she won. That's good. Let her know she won again. Hey, you won. Go ahead. Perfect. She has been notified. Oh, absolutely. Great combo with you guys. We'll be back on tomorrow. We'll start with YouTube live stream. Probably I actually have some pretty late appointments today. So I'm thinking 8:30, around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time is when I'm going to get on YouTube live. We'll stay there for about 2 to 3 hours and then we'll migrate back over here. But yeah, guys, you are all awesome and dope. You have a great rest of your night, morning, evening, wherever you are. I'll see you next time. Let's get it.